that you have. So now let's talk about the gunas, or modes of nature. There's actually 3 of them: sattva, rajas, and tamas, or goodness, passion, and ignorance. And those 3 gunas are what motivates us towards action. So let's have a quick overview of those 3 gunas. So let's start with Rajaguna, or the mode of passion. On a daily basis, many of our actions are really motivated by needs and desires. We think about what we need to do, we take care of our family, we go to work, we go shopping, and we have all these thoughts and plans for what we want to accomplish, right? We're busy, we go here and there, we communicate with many people and do many things. And so our mind really goes fast, we are excited, we move quick, and we live a very fast-paced lifestyle. And this is the energy of rajas, or passion. Next, let's talk about tamagun, or the mode of ignorance. Actions in tamagun are those that we have to do that are routine and also second nature. Right? They're not particularly exciting, right? Because we are used to doing them. We actually know them well. Actually, we know them so well that we actually don't even need to do them consciously anymore, right? We do it. We have done them long enough that they have become sort of second nature. Usually, those actions have a certain order and organization. They are also many times slow-paced, right? And have a lot to do actually with problems, right? Many times, right? The things that we do on a regular basis as a routine deal with financial problems, health problems, dealing sort of with, conflicts in our marriage and so forth. So, all of those actions, again, that we do out of routine, that are sort of second nature, things that we're not particularly excited about, where we just, sort of have to do them anyway. Many times they are dealing with problems. That is tamagun. Then there's actually an energy that is quite different than being excited about many things, or dealing with old structures and making sure that they don't fall apart, right? And some people might actually be surprised, to learn about that there's a different energy in this world, right? We usually know well the mode of passion, which is this fast-paced lifestyle, right? Because, life has become so fast nowadays, right? We can talk with anyone at any time. We can connect with different parts of the world at any time. Any information that we want is available to us anytime. And so our life has become very, very fast. And then, of course, also we know about all the things that we have in our life, commitments that we have to maintain, right? And so we know about those 2 things quite well. But there's actually also another energy, and that is sattva guna, or the mode of goodness. And this energy is actually not heavy like tamaguna, right? Sattva guna is a light energy, and you can actually feel it when you're amongst people who have this energy, that you start to feel lighter, right? The burdens of life, they don't feel so heavy anymore. And the reason is because the pace of this energy is that of the soul, okay? Sattva guna allows us to be present with ourselves and observe life around us without judgment, and that naturally creates peace. It creates a sense of joy and a feeling of balance and harmony in life, okay? And, sattva guna really allows us to do actions with a deep sense of our authentic self, and this energy really inspires us to fulfill our purpose. And so essentially, really, sattva guna is what reveals the truth of life to us and our place in the world. Now, those three energies are actually constantly alternating, right? We might start our day with a soulful pace and do some meditation to get our inner balance and connect with our source of inspiration. But then we go out and, get into this fast pace of dealing, with our clients and do all this communication, make business deals. And then meanwhile, we also need to slow down and deal with some problems, right? Perhaps marriage problems, right? That need our attention for a while. Until again, we get time for, focusing on our inspirations and sort of making the next step towards our long-term goals.